quick, why are you on social media? Why are we all really on social media? Is it really to connect to people that we know? I don't know. There's no right or wrong answer to this question. It's all different and personal depending on who you are, but in this video, I wanted to jump right into it and talk about why I recently deleted Instagram. I had deleted the app itself off my phone ever since September of last year, and I think my last post was late last summer. Not really sure, but I had wanted to limit my activity on the app simply because I didn't feel as connected to it. It was more about taking a personal hiatus. I wanted to focus more on my personal life and my channel. But I wanted to make this video and talk about it because I know a small portion of you guys who followed me on here or found me on this platform, followed me there on Instagram. I don't know if you had noticed that I had been absent off the platform for a while, or just simply as I posted less. I never was someone who posted often on that platform, so it might have been hard to tell how my action was. But so I had deleted the app off my phone back in September of last year, and it wasn't until this year, recently, that I actually deleted my account. So yeah, I thought I should share that and, you know, talk about it more here, since this is where I'm going to be interacting with you guys the most, or just at all from now on. So yeah, I just wanted to dive into it and talk to you guys about it. So yeah, I was already late to the app. I joined in 2021. I figured that I wanted a different way to connect to other people, considering the year prior to that we were very, very limited in our social interactions. So I figured, why not get social media, connect with old friends from high school, family members, etc. And so that's when I had initially got it. But throughout the years, I had a hard time remembering even why I got the platform, as I didn't always necessarily enjoy it. I found myself already falling down traps of comparison, and yeah, just simply falling down traps of comparison. It doesn't really feel that different to have it off my phone or out of my life, considering I had already deleted the app so long ago. What was it, 4 or 5 months ago now that I took it off my phone? So deleting the account, though, I will say it did take it off my subconscious mind of like, oh, what am I gonna do with that account? What am I gonna do with it? Am I gonna keep it? Not what am I gonna do? So ultimately, I want to find a solution, or just immediately get rid of it ultimately. But some of the reasons why I actually deleted it was because I found myself feeling very disconnected from it for a long time. I didn't really know why. Even when I did connect, I kind of always had felt this artificial sense of interaction, even with people from, whether it be old friends from high school or family members. I just felt that the interactions weren't as authentic or even real, so to say. I feel like it was more of just an illusion, or the side of people that they wanted you to see versus what was really going on in people's lives. And not to say that everyone's life is a bucket of chaos, but it felt better to see someone face to face and not think that I know what's going on in their life just by looking at their picture or their latest Instagram story, because that doesn't even hold a percentage of how someone truly is doing. I also think it sold this illusion that we were actually truly interacting with people by looking at their post or their Instagram stories, making us seem like we're up to date in their lives, and really it was just cutting off my social skills and my ability to interact, or even my desire to get up and go see people and visit people. Yeah, I started to really disconnect with the app then and there. Then I got onto YouTube, and I thought, well, maybe this could be a good way to advertise my YouTube channel, in which it did serve some good purposes, as I had other people like family members or friends from high school reach out to me about it, who I was following on Instagram. So it did do its justice, but I definitely have to give more credit to my viral video for the growth of this channel. But yeah, so I then was like, okay, I can create not just here on YouTube, but then advertise my channel here on Instagram, you know, get some views from here, or just, you know, show everybody what I'm up to, you know, keep up with me this way. I still was not a heavy poster that way. I didn't post nearly enough to even have set that goal for myself. But then I started to find myself make even more excuses as I used the app less and less. I started to say maybe to get more attention to my YouTube channel, I could advertise it here. And this place of indecision is like, well, what if my YouTube takes off, or what if something happens on here on Instagram for me? Speaking in monetization terms, I was in this limbo for a while of like, okay, well, which one's gonna serve me more? Which one is more lucrative? How can I build a brand? Which one is better to build a brand on? And so I was in this limbo for so long and thinking that, oh, I need to keep one of them, when really all it was doing was feeding my limiting beliefs surrounding my financial beliefs and my abundance mindset. I'm still very much healing. My money mindset is nowhere near as to where I would like it to be. I found myself falling into the trap of making excuses for my limiting beliefs surrounding money and abundance, and even just hitting the goals that I wanted, thinking that, oh, maybe it's not possible for me to become a successful YouTuber, so now I need to hold on to something else in case this doesn't work, when really my true desire was to be more successful on this platform. I never truly had that desire for Instagram, and still don't. So I really saw myself making these excuses, which were then indirectly enhancing and supporting other limiting beliefs that I had around success and abundance overall. I also wanted zero distractions. I wanted to cut out all the distractions, and you and I both know that Instagram, there's more on Instagram than just your friends and family. It is a feed that feeds you information, and I just kind of always found myself, no matter how many times I would like certain things and try to build my own algorithm, the algorithm just continued to pour things into my face that I didn't want to see. Nothing explicit, nothing too provocative, but I was like, I don't have anything, I don't relate to this. I don't even watch these shows. I understand this is also an advertising platform, but I just always left the app feeling like I was just heavily distracted, ending up doom scrolling and things that had no relation to either things that I liked, or even if I did, it wasn't feeding my creativity, which leads to creative comparison. I started to really compare myself to other people, not just in the way they're living their lives, but as creators themselves. And I feel like this is the most toxic thing you could do yourself as a creator, is to compare. In life in general, comparison is the thief of joy. If you want to be miserable, compare yourself. Continue to do that. But I always found myself comparing myself, and I think it's something that we do unconsciously, as our brain can't help but to categorize and judge and try to strategize and see, okay, what is good, what is not good, do I like this, do I want this? There's nothing wrong with the categorization or even level of judgment that our minds have. It works, it helps us survive and make rational decisions. At the same time, I don't think our mind is able to differentiate this on a subconscious level when it comes to platforms like social media and other toxic forms of information and news feed. So yeah, I found myself comparing myself a lot, and I wouldn't even spend that much time on that platform. I can say that I did have a healthy relationship with it. I don't think I spent more than an hour on it. And I'm not even talking about a day. I meant within a week span, because I made a decision. I'm not gonna be on this app unless I have something to upload, a reel, promotion, whatever it is. I tried to set that boundary with myself, and I followed it pretty well, but at the same time, I still found myself doom scrolling at times whenever after creating a reel, after uploading something, trying to catch up with other people or just see what else is out there. And it was really robbing me of my creativity, because I kept comparing myself to other creators. I would see creators on YouTube and Instagram, and the minute I saw them have success on their Instagram, I'd be like, oh, this is why I need to keep it, because you never know which one's going to actually work for you. And then I was just, again, feeding into those limiting beliefs. And then so I really had to get clear on myself, like, okay, which one do you feel like you have the most creative room, the most creative freedom? Which one do you think is gonna make you blossom as a creator? And that was obvious, YouTube. I'm definitely more passionate here than I am about Instagram. So then I took it upon myself to say, okay, this is not the platform for me, but that was still before I had deleted it. I think that was right before I deleted it, like off my phone. I really wanted to pour all of my time and focus and energy, not just in my personal life, but just here on this platform. Like I just said, I feel like YouTube gives you more of creative room, creative space. We have the community tab here now. That wasn't a thing years ago. Where you can share, upload photos or just information, shout outs, or just information that you want to tell your audience. I really like that. I feel like it's more engaging that way. That's where I'm going to be putting more of my information, whether it's photos pointing towards the direction of a new video or just how I'm doing, what's been going on. I like to communicate. I am choosing to communicate through that. But to my YouTube channel, I felt like this was a really promising space, and just honestly holds so much more creative space for a creator. You can do so much more. The cinematography, I'm not at all denouncing the art that lives on Instagram. There's so much good art, so much good information, but I think there's a lot of features about the social media platforms that we have today that are very unhealthy as far as attention span and just how easy it is to get sucked into the world of consuming more than actually creating, versus I have found that YouTube was a definite more educational space and stays more true to your subscriptions or quote unquote algorithm that you set to yourself. I found that they respect that more. So yeah, I definitely wanted to pour more energy into this space, because this is where I want to blossom. This is where I want to create. I see it going really far. I do have big dreams for this space. I want to bring you guys along with the journey. I'm so glad interacting with you guys. I feel like this is where I have more relation with you guys as far as our goals and language learning and just living life in general. And other thoughts that I had about it, I was like, okay, well, how many platforms do we need? You know, it started off, what was it? MySpace, which no one really uses, so I won't even count that, but like Facebook, then Instagram, then you have Twitter, which is now X, then you have Threads, then you have TikTok, then Snapchat's in there somewhere, and I'm sure there's another one on the rising. But like, how many platforms do we really need to really market ourselves? And there's often this encouragement of everyone to be on every platform. Oh no, go here, or put yourself here, or put yourself there. I feel like it stretches you way too thin. At least that's just how I feel, my personal experience. I don't think we need every single one of them. I feel like they're all essentially the same thing, but just with different aesthetics. It became just too much. And again, I'm speaking from my personal experience with using social media platforms like Instagram. Definitely, I'm not speaking for every single other creator. They obviously probably feel a different way about this. And I'm not at all hating on any Instagram user. I'm not at all. I just wanted to give this update and saying I am no longer on the platform. If you followed me on there, this is where you can find me. I will be posting in the community tab. This is definitely just from my lens, my experience with the platform and how it's affected me on my creative journey. But once again, you can definitely find me here. I will be updating, giving updates on my life and on my content here on this platform. Look out for the community tab. That is where I will be posting more. I feel super duper good about my decision. I hope maybe this provoked some thought for you to consider why you still have social media, if you need it in your life. Do you consider getting rid of it? I want to know. Let me know down below. Thank you so much for joining me in this video. If you could relate, or if you want more content like this, please make sure that you like and subscribe. And until the next video, bye.